Hello there, world of tankers. Welcome to the channel. I'm your host, Droodles Blitz, and in today's video, we are going to be talking about something that you guys are quite vocal on, and I am going to try and spearhead this vocalization on my channel. Selling collectors is something that a lot of people do, and they have done for many years. However, wargaming has changed how collector sales work. You see, in the past, if I sold my Stritzvon K for 15,000 gold, I would have to spend 15,000 gold to get it back, which is understandable. However, Wargaming has changed that to now I can only sell it for 7,500 gold, but to buy it back, I still need to spend 15,000. That means you're losing 7,500 gold if you were to sell this vehicle. How much is 7,500 gold? Well, we can take a look at the gold store and see exactly how much that costs, and it's over $15. This is a double gold bundle as well. So you're going to have to spend close to probably $15 every single time you sell a tier 10 to get enough gold to get it back in the future. That is insane when you think about it. And it's why I tell people time and time again to stop selling collectors. Yes, you might be able to gamble, and maybe you'll even get lucky, but 99% of the time, the house always wins. That's what they say. So don't waste your gold. Please don't sell your collectors. And I'm going to show exactly just how much of like a screw you system this is, right? We can go down to tier 2, and let's say, for example, the Panzer Jag 1. If I sell this tank, I get 25 gold. But if I scroll to the restoration tab to buy it back, it's 50 gold. So you can see, you lose half the gold. You get 25, and then to buy it back, you need to pay double again. So basically, you're just getting screwed. This is not always the case. Previously, it used to be you could sell a collector and you would get the guaranteed amount of gold back that you sold it for. And it's not just collectors, by the way. Wargaming has also changed premium tanks, which you guys may not have known. Let's say, for example, I sell my T14, which will give me 500,000 credits. Well, if I want to purchase that T14 back, it's going to cost me 1 million credits. It did not used to be that way. Previously, in the past, if you sold a premium, you would have to pay the same amount of credits you got to purchase it back. Now, this isn't as big of a deal for a premium, because obviously you can earn credits, but you can imagine how if I were to sell, I don't know, a tier 8 premium, for example, which is, I don't know, let's say the 047, selling the 047 gives me 1.5 million credits. That means to get this tank back, I would have to earn 3 million credits. That is absolutely insane. But as I mentioned, at least for premiums, you can earn the credits back. When it comes to tanks that are gold, you can't. And it's why Wargaming has been switching every single vehicle to gold or to gold buybacks. It used to be 99% of tanks are premiums. But we can see if I select the collectors in tier 8, there are 60 of them now. 60 collectors in tier 8, which of these collectors used to be premiums before Wargaming swapped them. The 75 TS, the M4A1 Revelarice, T25 Pilot 1, T26 E5, T54 E2 Shark, M4 Yo, Lek Panzer 90, I think the Rom Panzer was, VK168, the Keeler, Kanonen Jagdpanzer, Scorpion G, definitely the IS-3 Defender, T2020, Object 252, IS-2SH, SU-130. What else do we have? The 5-1 used to be a premium, the Chimera used to be a premium, Centurion Action 10, or not Centurion, Chieftain Action 10 and Chieftain. Same for the G-SOR. Let's see what else. Are there any others? Type 59, obviously, T34-3, 59 Patton, 111, 112. Basically, about 80% of the collectors in tier 8 used to be premiums that Wargaming swapped the value of to being collectors. And a lot of people thought, oh, that's because Wargaming can finally nerf them. But really, the only collectors we've seen changed are all the way up in tier 10. And most of them haven't been nerfed. I mean, yes, the AMX M4 did get its gun accuracy values nerfed, but the vehicle is in the strongest state it's ever been in right now. It's so strong, people are using it in comp. The biggest nerf I've seen to a collector is the Stritzvon K, but even then, it's still a solid vehicle, and I'm fine with Wargaming being able to rebalance any tier 10. That's not the problem. But when it comes to tier 8, Wargaming basically has said, yeah, we're just turning everything into collectors. That way, if you ever sell it, we can just make double the gold back. That's what they're doing here. They know that they're making so much money from these gold sales when they're selling the vehicle, and that's why they're converting most of the tanks to collectors. I think within the next 2 years, we are going to see the vast majority of premiums be collectors. In fact, I think the end goal for Wargaming is to turn every single premium tank into a collector. I remember talking to the Wargaming content manager, and he told me essentially the reason why Wargaming doesn't like premiums is because if they try to nerf them or balance them in any way, they legally can't do that due to some countries and the rules that premiums have by them. Essentially, in some countries, if you buy a premium with the way Wargaming has worded premium tanks in their own definition, if you change them, it's illegal. So because of that, they can't legally change premium tanks. That's why the Tier 9 Kampfpanzer 70 and M60 were originally called enriched vehicles and not premiums. But Wargaming has slowly been changing all of these tanks to collectors, meaning that not only they can technically nerf them or buff them, but they also have the ability to, well, do basically whatever they want and screw you over with the gold values. I have seen you guys complaining about this for a while. Basically, every single video that Wargaming posts, the top comment is complaining about vehicles being collectors and the buyback prices. And I agree. It's cringe. It's really annoying that you're selling something that you can't get the gold back for. I would be understanding if maybe Wargaming took 10% of the gold. Let's say, you know, like buying a car in GTA, for example, you get like 60 to 70% of the car back when you sell it. And that's the same thing here. That's what it should be. If you sell a Senlac, for example, the tank is normally worth, what, 6,000, 7,500 gold? Tank's normally worth like 7,500 gold. But you're only selling it for 3,750. Instead, it should be giving you like 6,500 gold. That way you're only losing 1,000 gold. That to me would be understandable. I wouldn't be entirely mad, and I don't think most of you would be entirely mad. It's the egregious monetization that they're taking half of the gold. That's what I'm mad about. So, if you're watching today's video and you didn't know this, please stop selling your collectors. If you do, you are losing a lot of money. And I know sometimes you get lucky and you might get something worth it. I've heard a lot of people say, oh, well, I sold my Vickers MBT or Chimera so that I could get a tier 10. And I'm like, that's great. That's absolutely great. But you could have just also gone down to the gold tab and purchased $10 worth of gold, and it'll be way cheaper in the long run to spend that gold than it is losing gold on a tank that you already had on your account. So if you want my opinion, instead of selling a tank, simply just buy gold. I know it sounds counterintuitive, but you're going to beat the way Wargaming's monetization works in the long run. So obviously you can let me know in the comments down below what you guys think. But at the end of the day, I am disappointed in Wargaming for doing this. It definitely takes away something that I like doing. You know, in the past, I have sold collectors here and there to try and pick up some rewards, and I don't do that anymore because I know if I do, I'm just losing whatever the gold value was. So, oh well. Hopefully you enjoyed the video, and let me know what you guys think. I'll see you all in the next one. Bye-bye!